We just getting started on the kickback. Jazzi Black, let's get it going.
Oh, that's so sad. I just want to give you a hug.
Yeah. No. That's hilarious.
But hey girl, so my name is Jazzi. I'm the midday personality here in Dallas for 97 on the beat. Thank you so much for taking some time out to come kick it with your girl. This is a dope feeling because you know what I'm saying, you be putting on for the 90s babies. So I think that's super lit. And to just kind of be a voice for like all the young Black women out here that be having those like weird internal struggles of like, I'm grown, but I also still be feeling vulnerable. And sometimes I don't know what to do with my feelings. So I think that's super cool.
Thank you.
Last time I got to see you perform here in Dallas, you had came out here with Chris Brown. Have you been out here since then?
Man, I might not have. I feel like I've been there briefly, but no, I'm excited to come back. It's been a long time since we've been anywhere.
Yeah, next weekend, and
where
I got my tickets, and I know your fan base out here is always just like, I mean, whenever you came out here, the last time I think we were in South Dallas. And girl, I was literally like standing up in the chair the whole time.
Oh, that's so dope.
And that was my first time seeing you like in person. Like, it's not the same when you see you on TV.
Yeah, right.
I was like, damn, like, so she just, I go, what the hell? So, super excited to see you in concert again.
Yes.
And I know you linked up, recently with Erykah Badu for your Lights On Festival. What was that like? She's a South Dallas native. Being able to like hang out with her.
It's crazy. I love Erykah, and it was so dope that she came to my festival. Like, I couldn't believe that I, curated it and that she even came. It was so dope. Obviously, everybody loves Erykah when she performs. I was like a fan, before anything else. So that was nuts. And she always shows me so much love. So it's dope.
Hey, did she offer you like, any like words of encouragement or just like pour into you? Like, did y'all have like a super moment for, like, artist to artist? This is like some creative shit going on right here.
We definitely did. I mean, I definitely would love to create with Erykah one of these days, but we sat down and had a dope conversation, and she was just telling me about some of her music memories. And at one point in our conversation, she was just telling me like, yo, you are very well protected in this industry, and you are on a really great path. Just make sure like I basically, take control of my destiny, like she was really giving me that, which is important to hear, because sometimes we do things for other people. Sometimes we do things and we don't realize, we have to be intentional and really pay attention to ourselves and our, like you said, that internal voice and that internal struggle sometimes. So she gave me great advice.
Yes. And, like speaking on being intentional, and, just navigating like through the industry as like a young Black woman, I can only imagine, the demand of, not trying to get sucked in by the world and like staying on your own like tunnel vision path of like individuality. How has that really like played a role in like your artistry and even just like growing and evolving and blocking out all the noise? Because, there are some people that are like, yeah, like I love who I am, but you still be like, I like those pants she got on. I kind of want them too. You know what I mean?
Oh man. Yeah, no, it's tough. I mean, especially with the pressures of being a woman, with social media and like looking a certain way, wearing a certain thing. Oh, I gotta like all just the pressure period in life being a woman. So you gotta turn off your phone sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And you also have to remind yourself, like, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I do right by people. I'm exactly, in my path. I'm walking in my passion. And I think if you lead with that, with your passion and you're confident in your path and trust your own process, you don't trip off of what everybody else is doing. You don't need to look left and right, but it is important to show love. You know what I'm saying? It is important to acknowledge what other women are doing and say, I see you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that because, like, I think some things are like easier said than done. Like,
of course.
You probably already knew, like, when you were younger, like, okay, like I'm obviously like, I'm gonna be a singer, like stop playing with me. But like some people like don't have those wake up calls, or they don't have those, what do you call it when like the light bulb goes off?
Yeah, absolutely.
People don't, some people don't have those moments. So, what would you say to people that are like, yo, like I kind of think I know what my passion is, but I'm kind of like not really sure, or like they feel frustrated when they're like, oh my gosh, I'm good at this and this and this and this and this, and like you're one of those people that's like, you can't stop me, like I'm good at everything. Like what? We're like being comfortable with that, because people are always like, well, you got to be a jack of all trades, but it's like, okay, so what do I do with all this other cool stuff that I have in
mind. Right. Exactly. I think it's about focus. It's about discipline. Somebody said discipline is self-love. When you have discipline, you're loving yourself. But I think honestly, like, live, like, try different things. Don't be limited. Some women, they say, oh, I got in a relationship and I didn't realize I didn't pay attention to myself. So make sure you pay attention to yourself, like, make sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta just gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
Being afraid to like face those things that we really don't like. You look in the mirror and you're like, oh man, what was that? And you're like, hey, like, this is what it is. So like,
exactly,
we're kind of drowning in it,
Yeah. And I think that's the dope thing about this generation, is just that we pay attention to ourselves a little bit more. We're trying to get to the root of it, and just I think we're hopefully we're trying to do right by people, but we can't be so sensitive. We gotta be strong and continue to just live in our purposes and our passions in the way that we feel it. And when you I don't know, when you're just moving about in life, like, you gotta take chances. You gotta take risks.
I tell people all the time, like, I got this job literally like off faith. I came in and I was working here as a camera girl, and I was like making videos, and like, I'm cold at the videos. Her, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cold at the videos.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? They really like my personality, and they were like, I think we want to put you on there. And I was like, all right. So I tell people all the time, like, you never know when those opportunities present themselves, but God has a calling for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they come unexpectedly too. They come unexpectedly, and you just never know what God has planned. So to me, you got to listen. You just got to pay attention and listen.
Hell yeah. So like, whenever you were, growing up, like outside of, singing and stuff, and you're like just kicking it on the playground or kicking it with your homegirls, or trying to find a job because you want to make some money because your mama won't give you none. Have you ever come across any of the people that you like grew up with, like in elementary school? Like, do they ever like reach out to you like, hey, and you're like, hey, I do remember you, we sat at the lunch table together?
All the time. Like, I'm this girl. So in middle school, in like the 6th grade, I was like the musical director of the talent show. It's just because I knew how to play a bunch of songs. So I was like playing piano for everybody. They were like, I want to do this song. I don't want to do it a cappella. So I was like playing. And this girl, she tweeted recently, like, I remember when H.E.R played piano for me and I sang Halo by Beyonce, and she like sang with me, and like, I can say that. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. Like, it just sparked something in me. But I love those kinds of memories. Like, I love when people say, oh, I knew her, way back then, unless they're doing too much, you know what I'm saying? But for the heart, like, I really love that. Like,
doing too much. What are like the weirdest fan moments, or like that you can like remember? Because I'm pretty sure like you would have been in a lot of places, you have seen a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But, like, what are like some of those fan moments that you was just like, now enough is enough? I got to call my mama and tell her what happened.
Man, there's a few people that have done some weird things, but I think it's really just the aggression that I don't like, because nobody's too weird. Like, I think when people fan out and they just do whatever they feel like doing, like, that's cool, but it's really the personal space thing. It's like, all right, like, somebody was just like holding me a little too tight, a little too close. I'm like, all right, okay, all right, so it's stuff like that.
If you get backstage, I'm saying back, give a girl.
Exactly. You understand.
Still ain't playing a remix, so you know what I'm saying? I know you ain't trying to have people breathing all up on you and stuff.
So we're not doing that.
And, speaking of the pandemic, what are some of the precautions that you have to take now, being back on tour, back on the open road, having like all of your staff, and it's a lot. People don't realize how much putting on a production is, but
it is.
It's a lot of people.
It's tough. I mean, obviously, different states, different venues, they have different rules and different mandates. Yeah. So we just gotta follow the mandates and cooperate, with whatever it is that's going on in that state. But I get tested like every day, if not every other day, every week. Yeah. So just constantly making sure everybody's safe, and we stay masked up.
No, for real, stay masked up.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you get your COVID test, does it make you like?
Yeah, sometimes, but they don't be picking at your brain no more. Thank God. I don't know why they did that in the beginning. Now it's just right there. I was like, yo, why they gotta go all the way back there? And now they don't. So
no, for real. But look, man, it's about to get cold outside.
I know.
Those people that have like crazy ass allergies. Like, do you ever suffer from like allergies from like state to state, and it's like different air you're breathing?
I have terrible allergies, so I gotta.
Where did your allergies mess you up most at? Like, is it here? Is it here? Is it here? You
It's all here, which sucks because I'm a singer. So like, it will affect my voice.
Oh my God. So like, what do you do to clear it up super fast? You just like pop some real quick, or do you
allergy medicine, certain warm-ups help, but like I've learned to like push through it, which is good. But yeah, them allergies be annoying.
No, for real. All right, so look, I wanted to play a little game with you.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna call it Her Vibes.
Oh, okay.
Nostalgia. Yeah. And I think it's really cool, you know what I'm saying, with you just being, you know what I'm saying, a 90s baby. And, I definitely just love being able to articulate on that stuff because I feel like there's like this whole generation of people that people just skip out on. And I'm like, no, we was here. Like, we was here at the start of it all and we watching it all unfold,
Yeah, we kind of were. Yeah. I'm a 97 baby. So I'm a little like on, the end.
I'm like on the end. Is that,
yeah.
Because you still hip, dog. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
Check this out. What was your favorite TV show as a kid? And it could be cartoon or it can be a real one. I'm gonna give you mine and then I'm gonna let you think about yours.
Honestly, SpongeBob, like that first season, I could watch over and over and over again. Like SpongeBob is my show. Like that's my show. Yeah. Exactly.
What about like if it was like a real,
honestly, like probably Martin. Martin was definitely, or Fresh Prince. Like it's those two for me.
Okay, man. I used to love Doug.
Yes, and Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
Yep.
And I also really liked Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Do you remember that show?
I never watched Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I remember, but I never watched it. I never got into it.
Oh man, Hanging with Mr. Cooper was like, all right, cool. Okay, so what was your favorite like outfit or your favorite brand as a kid? I used to I was real big on like the baby girl shirts at the time. Fat Farms that just came out.
Fat Farm.
Give me none. I want the shoelaces and everything, but she wouldn't do it.
I was definitely Baby Fat. I was definitely Juicy Couture. I was like, Mom, please buy me the Juicy Couture. It was so it's too expensive. But I was like, it was Juicy Couture for me.
Okay, period. Okay, her was trying to what CDs did you like had to have, or what posters did you have on your walls? Everybody like this was back when like magazines were like cool.
Yep.
All right, what CDs, what posters?
Man, I gotta remember the posters that I had. I didn't have that many posters in my room because I like shared a room a lot. But no, I had Confessions as a physical CD. I had Diary of Alicia Keys as a physical CD, and the most random one was Casey and the Sunshine Band, which is like super random. It was my favorite. I don't know why. And then I remember
Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Yes, I know. It's so random, right? And I had the CD. I'll never forget. It was like black and it had like a wave on it.
Hell yeah.
I used to listen to it in my Walkman, and then I remember there was like we didn't have no cable. We didn't have like regular, cable television, so it was like PBS was on.
Hell yeah! Hey, did you watch Wishbone?
Yes. Yo, but PBS was on, and I hear Casey and the Sunshine Band, and I look at the TV, and I was like, oh. He's white. I didn't know all of those years. Yeah, I thought they were black.
It's okay. I think everybody had that moment where we were like, oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was like, oh, wow. Cool. So, yeah, sometimes back in the days when all you had was that CD, you didn't have anything else to like, to know about the artists.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what about VHS tapes?
Oh, my gosh. I didn't have that many VHS. Oh, Barbie and the Nutcracker.
Period.
You feel me?
Any Barbie movie, I was getting it.
Hey, same. Barbie and the Nutcracker. It was, of course, The Lion King. And then my cousin, she brought Fantasia.
Fantasia changed the game.
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. And we would watch that a lot. So it was those three VHS.
That's cool. Did you ever play any video games?
I did. I was on PlayStation 1 playing Crash Bandicoot. That was my game.
Oh God, did you play Spyro?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, Spyro the Purple Dragon.
Oh, Spyro. No, I never got into Spyro. I remember the Purple Dragon, but I never got into it.
That's cool. Look, it's all good. And then one more. What's a food that you ate entirely way too much of? Like way too much. Moms had to cut you off.
She don't cut me off. That's the problem. Is Filipino food. My mom's Filipino, and that's all she makes me. Every time I go home to this day, like even going to school, like everybody had like McDonald's or like sandwiches. I had Filipino food in my lunch bag. So yeah, that's real. It's kind of bad.
It's pretty like exquisite fine dining as a child. They're like, hey, what's that? I like that. Like that shit.
Yeah. What's up? This is her. I'm kicking it at the Kickback with Jazzi Black on 97.9 The Beat, and I'm so excited to come to Dallas. It's going to be a great time. So pull up on me.
Pull up on me. Thank you so much.